well, Tyler.
That is a wrap on Vex Worlds. Grant, what did you think of that final match?
It all comes down, this is why we play the matches. It all comes down to that last second. Taking it away by 1 point, like 170 doesn't get, literally doesn't get much better than that.
Oh my goodness, and 1 point above the second score. That was incredible. Grant, full volume is now complete. Did it play out how you thought?
Honestly, not exactly. One of the cool things about designing these games is that there usually isn't a correct answer. There's not a correct way to play, and we love seeing the strategies and the creative paths that people take. Personally, I wanted to see a lot more double parking. It's an incredibly difficult design challenge, and so we saw some impressive ones here in the finals. But that would have been, and maybe a little bit more red blocks. Again, shout out to the red block people.
Grant, speaking of creative paths, now we kind of need a new game. I mean, has there... Maybe I said that a little too soon. Grant, has there ever been, in all of your time as the chairman of the Vex Game Design Committee, has there ever been something you wanted to do that you never thought you'd be able to, but you just had to do it one day?
Yeah. And I think we were able to get some of them in this next game. You know what time it is.
Yeah, try and go further. Try and go farther than ever without a burner. Feeling like I never quit moving. I am a learner. And learn that the higher you get, they want to earn you. But I gotta keep moving. I know what the mission is. Eye on the prize, but I know what the vision is. Shoot for the sky, you aim high and you blow it. Never take no for an answer. Keep going, just breathe. Just breathe. Breathe. Woo! Let's take this thing higher. Higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places that never been. We go higher. Non-stop. Take it to the top. Even when the ball drops. My man, we go higher.
Introducing Rapid Relay. Let's find out how Rapid Relay is played.
Welcome to the 2024-2025 Vex IQ Robotics Competition, and this year's game, Rapid Relay. Rapid Relay is played on a 6-foot by 8-foot field, with a wall and pickup zone on one side and a load zone on the other. The wall has 4 targets. Each target has 1 switch in its center. The game objects are plush balls, roughly 150 millimeters, or just under 6 inches in diameter. 2 of the balls begin the match as preloads, 1 per robot. A third stays outside of the field for now. We'll come back to that later. Rapid Relay is a game of quick thinking and continuous cycling. Robots take balls across the field and score goals by launching them through the targets in the wall. Each goal is worth 1 point. The first time a ball passes through a target, it will clear the switch. Each cleared switch is worth 1 additional point. After being scored, the ball will land in the pickup zone. Once it touches down, it can be retrieved by a human drive team member who's called the loader. Now, Rapid Relay can have up to 2 balls in play at any one time, so while a scored ball is being picked up, it's time for another human loader to introduce the 3rd ball by dropping it into the loading station. The loading station will then randomly send the ball to one side of the load zone. Once the ball touches the floor, it can be retrieved by a robot, and a new cycle begins. As robots make their way across the field, the Alliance can also receive points for passing the ball to their Alliance partner before it's used to score a goal. If 1 switch is cleared at the end of the match, then each pass is worth 4 points. 2 switches, 8 points. 3 switches gets you 10 points per pass. And if an Alliance clears all 4 switches, then each pass that they made during that match is worth 12 points. Pass, score, pick up, load. Remember how we said it's a game of quick thinking? The last 15 seconds of the match is called the rapid load period. During this time, loaders can introduce the balls directly into any legal robot starting zone. However, balls that are loaded through these zones are not eligible for passes, so teams will have to figure out what strategy works best for each match. Oh, and one more thing. In Rapid Relay, the only robot size restriction is that they must begin the match fully contained in one of the 2 starting zones. This year, the starting zones are 23 inches wide by 6 feet long. There are 3 ways to play in the VEX IQ Robotics competition. First, 2 teams will collaborate in 60-second teamwork challenge matches, working together to maximize their score. Both teams will receive the same points. Each of these teams consists of 2 drivers, 1 robot, and 1 loader. One driver will operate the robot for the first half of the match, the other driver will operate it for the second half, and the loader will perform their task for the full 60 seconds. Second, each team will have the opportunity to play driving skills challenge matches. In these matches, teams have 60 seconds of driver controlled time to score as many points as possible. Third, each team will also have the opportunity to play autonomous coding skills challenge matches, in which they have 60 seconds of autonomous robot operation to score points. No drivers allowed. Rapid Relay is played a little differently in robot skills challenges, so be sure to check the game manual for details. The scores from driving and autonomous coding skills challenges will be combined to determine a robot skills challenge champion. For official game rules and robot requirements for VEX IQ Robotics Competition Rapid Relay, be sure to check out the game manual found at recf.org and vexiq.com. To register a team, find events near you, or ask a question on the official Q&A, please visit robotevents.com. Good luck and have a great season.
Who wants to be the first to get their hands on a Rapid Relay ball? Rapid Relay is a wild game. Like Tyler said, there's some things that we always wish we could do in games, and sometimes they don't work out quite, or they decide that they're not feasible. We shoved a bunch of them into this game. For the first time ever, VEX IQ will have a fully a cycling game where it's endless. There's no max score. There's no way to finish the game. Every match will be a little bit different, especially when you account for the randomness. Remember, we talked about randomness and how much it can affect the game, especially full volume. In this game, you've got randomness on the loader. You've got randomness when you try to catch the ball that your opponent passes or your partner passes, and of course a little bit of randomness in how the balls come out of the goal. And there's one other thing. Oh, that's right. Who's ready to build big robots? If you're ready to get your hands on some Rapid Relay gear, official game element kits and full field kits are now available at the VEX store in Hall D, and the game manual is live on the website right now. So go check it out, and I look forward to seeing what you all come up with. Tyler, take us home.